Yo, this is Anna Heel Drag, and I've been collecting sneakers for over 17 years. Throughout the years, I've accumulated hundreds of sneakers, and I've been asked this question many times. How do you keep your sneakers from looking so clean? So in today's video, I'll be going over how to prevent toe box creasing, how to prevent heel drag, and how to go about cleaning your sneakers. So let's start with the first one. I typically clean my sneakers right after I wear them. It doesn't have to literally mean right after I wear them, but usually, let's say if I wear 5 sneakers a week, that same Friday I clean all of them. So I'm gonna go over what I typically use to, clean my shoes. What I use is hot water. You'll need any kind of soap. For this video, I'm using dish soap, but I also use laundry detergent too. You'll need a towel of some sort to wipe down the shoes clean, and of course, the shoes themselves. There's 2 main materials used in shoes. I'm gonna go over how to clean leather. With leather, all you really need is soap and water. Just give it a good scrub here and there and just wipe it clean. Suede, on the other hand, is very tricky. You typically need an eraser for that. I also have a suede brush and tweezers, so I could pick out the dirt or scratch it off. For tougher stains, I typically use like sandpaper to scratch it off and then recondition it by brushing it again. Here's a nice clip of Yes Dunks giving a perfect demonstration on how to clean suede. I didn't have any super dirty suede shoes to do it myself, but typically I do the same process.
You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie.
And here's my first cleaning tip. After every wear, make sure you clean the bottom so you can make the shoes last longer. For example, here are my Matcha SB Dunks. I wore these a couple times to events, here and there, gatherings, restaurants with friends. So these are definitely worn lightly since I got them. As you can see, there's some dirt here and there. Rubber really absorbs dirt, and sometimes you could stain your outsole, so it's best to clean them right away. The fastest way to do it is with some water and some soap. And for translucent bottom soles, you gotta clean these as soon as you put these away. For example, I have my Wizard SB Dunks. They have a red translucent outsole. These have been worn about the same amount as the Udo SBs, but as you can see, these are way dirtier. And that's because translucent outsole really absorb dirt and could potentially stain them. So again, these are a must for you to clean right away. So those are my tips on quick cleaning. If you guys want an in-depth video of me like really cleaning suede or really cleaning a shoe, leave a comment down below. I'll be happy to do that. And now I'm gonna show you how to prevent toe box creasing. Now for fixing creasing around the toe box, there's a very common method, the ironing method. For this method, you'll need your creased up shoes, 2 towels, a steam iron, and a cold bucket of water. The instructions are very easy. First thing you do is get the first towel and stuff it into the first shoe you're working with. Then for the second towel, you dump it in the cold bucket of water, rinse it a couple times, make sure it's damped, not super wet, and cover it into the part you want to uncrease the shoe. And then when your steam iron is nice and hot, proceed to go over gently the creased areas. This could take a couple of sessions, but overall does a great job of removing the creases. And voila, creases are gone. While this method really works on removing creases, the harsh reality is that it doesn't prevent your sneakers from creasing again. But I have a couple of solutions for that. Option number 1, you can buy cheap shield protectors. Here's a 4-pack on Amazon for as low as $8. I'll link it in the description. Or if you don't have funds, you could definitely make your own shoe protectors. The first one, if you have shoe trees from your Jordan 1s, you could cut them from the toe area and you could just stuff them in your shoe. Now, however, I don't like cutting my shoe tree, so I'm not doing that. But many find these convenient and easy to find since they have a bunch laying around. Might as well use them anyway. Or for a more practical solution, you can use like an old sock or an old piece of cloth and stuff it above your foot at the end of the sock. This will definitely close the gap between your toes and the toe box. And as you can see, will prevent any further creasing. And speaking of preventing heel drag, here's my second tip. Always buy shoes true to your size. So let me break down why toe creasing happens. When you put your foot in your shoe, and if you feel a gap between your toes and the toe box, naturally when you bend your feet, the empty space inside the shoe are gonna crease too, which is the reason why you get those nasty toe box creasings. All you really need to do practically is to fill that gap between your toe and that toe box. Buying shoes half a size or a full size up will definitely increase the chances of creating toe creasing. So definitely try to go true to size all the time. And please keep your shoe trees when you buy your shoes brand new. You'll definitely need them after you wear the shoes. When you put them back, you stuff those back in and make your toe box keep their shape for longer. And finally, let's talk about how to prevent heel drag. There's an option where you prevent heel drag from happening when you put a strip of plastic underneath the outsole. I really hate this method. I think it's so stupid. That means you're really not wearing your shoe. And also don't trust the traction on that thing. I don't know if it's slippery, if it's durable, if it has grip. So That's a straight up no for me, but you could definitely find that online. And there's even a more ridiculous method of fixing heel drag, and that requires you to perform surgery on your shoes. If your shoes get so bad to the point that there's midsole drag, just throw them things away, bro. But there's a very easy way to prevent heel drag. Just fix the way you walk. No, I'm just kidding, but you do have to fix the way you lace your laces. Heel drag is very self-explanatory. When you're walking, naturally some people drag their heels as they put their foot down, hence the name heel drag.
He said it!
If you fix the way you walk, that could definitely prevent heel drag, but a lot of people don't understand when you loosen your laces, they also loosen on your feet. So gravity lowers the shoe from your foot, making you accidentally drag your heels. Lacing your kicks all the way up and very tight, or at least snug fit around your ankles, will definitely prevent heel drag, because now these are literally tied to your foot well. I've owned so many shoes and heel drag to me is the least of my problem. Check, hold on, let me see if I could. I've owned these Court Purple Dunks since they came out in 2020, and look, zero heel drag, and I would consider these my beater pair. But it's because I lace them all the way up, and I just fix my posture and walk correctly, I guess. And here's my last pro tip on how to keep your shoes clean in general overall. Buy multiple sneakers. Wear multiple sneakers. Wearing different sneakers throughout the whole week will definitely increase the lifespan of all your sneakers, as opposed to you wearing the same shoe every day. A lot of people even go the extra step and buy the same shoe twice, and they rotate on both shoes. That way that shoe wouldn't get dirty as quick. Anyway, that's how I'll keep my shoes clean. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let us know down in the comments if you guys have any methods of how you keep your shoes clean. I'm sure we'll all love to know. This has been the first sneaker cleaning video, I guess. I'm Ant of Heel Drag, and as always, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one.